Hello, it's me, Theo. Are those even? I don't know. Hi, I'm going to be talking to you today about a moth species. Now, I will admit, I am quite a bit tired today, but I really do want to share something about moths to make myself a little more awake, because I got work to do. So, naturally, what moth could I talk about without having to read from my book, which I'm going to anyway? But what moth would it be? None other than the lime hawk-moth. Now, for those of you who do not know, the lime hawk-moth is my favorite moth because it was the first moth I actually started, to look into whenever I first started getting into, loving moths. So, yeah, the lime hawk-moth is definitely my favorite. And naturally, it's page 1. Actually, I have something to show you before I get into this. Now, the lime hawk-moth is my favorite moth, so much so to the point where it's not only on my wall, but it's also on my wall. What can I say? I love the lime hawk-moth. But yes, let's get back to business. To start off, the lime hawk-moth has a wingspan of 46 to 78 millimeters, which is obviously not as big as the one you saw on my wall. They're not that big. It's okay. Prehistoric sized moth? Where? Give me one. I want one. The prehistoric thing was because whenever Earth first started, plants were bigger. Everything was bigger because of the concentration of oxygen in the atmosphere. Anyways, the lime hawk-moth is part of the Sphingidae family, which is the hawk-moth family. I mean, look at that thing. Look at it. Ah. Anyway. Its larva is this pale green color, but it has this horn on its rear that's like this really bright blue. A cool thing about this moth is that whenever it goes into the pupa stage, pupa stage? Doesn't matter. Whenever it goes into its chrysalis, it turns this translucent-y purple gray color. That's the color of its chrysalis. It's really cool, actually. Now, obviously, whenever it gets into this chrysalis, it might start off purple, but most moth chrysalises, the way they can start off a color, but they'll always turn this brown and gray, this more natural deteriorated kind of color the closer they become to adulthood. I also really love this moth because they're never the same color. They can be green, they could be orange, they can be green and orange, they could be even green and gray. It's really, really beautiful. Now, this moth does not eat in adulthood, it's actually very common for a lot of moths not to eat in adulthood. But sadly enough, that means it only does live 30 days. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed talking about it. I hope you all have a great day. Bye!